I'm Siouxland's Chief Meteorologist, Chad Sandwell. That's what we're seeing right now from just to the west of Sioux Center back down to Wayne and Norfolk. There's the front knocking on the door. We've got some showers and thunderstorms lining up.
Siouxland's Chief Meteorologist, Chad Sandwell, received an Emmy nod for Best Weathercaster. A great meteorologist is a scientist who can take all the weather data he gets from all the fancy weather technology and turn that info into your forecast. That is what Siouxland's Chief Meteorologist is doing right now. Chad's working on your forecast. It'll be done tonight. Doppler Forecast with Siouxland's Chief Meteorologist Chad Sandwell starts now.
Days like today make me wish that I would have saved one of those nice toasty August days and put it in a shelf.
And really, in actuality, today wasn't that bad. It was a little cold out there and we saw some wind, but we saw the sunshine, which is a far cry from what we may see over the weekend.
Yeah.
If you remember back to what we talked about at 6
know.
o'clock. Take a look at downtown Sioux City this evening. Not too bad out there. MetroCam atop Mercy Medical Center. Clear skies, quiet roadways out there, but the temperatures are dropping. We are currently sitting at 20 degrees right now. Winds are light out of the west-northwest at 5 miles an hour. Clear skies, light winds equal low temperatures, and we're going to see those temperatures bottom out throughout the night. Satellite imagery showing the clouds that we had early this morning pushing well off to the east with that cold front there. It's going to stay clear. It's going to stay cold tonight across the area. There's no secret about that. Look at the temperatures at Minot. 1 degree right now, 6 at International Falls. So the pocket of cold air hanging right along the Canadian border. 19 at Aberdeen, 20 Sioux City, and 24 the current temperature in Des Moines. Now around the area, we've got clear skies. Haven't seen a whole lot of clouds since late this afternoon. 16 the current temperature in Spencer, 18 at Sioux Falls and Yankton. Then we've got 20s at Sioux City, Tacoma, and just to the southwest in Norfolk this evening. So while temperatures hovering around that 20-degree mark, we'll see temperatures drop off a little bit because with clear skies, we also add in light winds, and that's great conditions for allowing things to really drop off. So again, going to need to bundle up as you head out the door early tomorrow morning. So the rest of the night looks okay. Clear skies. High pressure does shift to the east on Thursday. That brings in a south to southwest wind. You see the cloud cover building up out ahead of a cold front that's going to push in Thursday night into Friday. That cold front going to bring in some more cold air out of Canada. This high pressure coming on in for Friday. That's going to keep temperatures in the 20s. And then Friday, what we're going to see is a storm system developing in the Rockies that's going to move this way. And that's going to bring us the chance for some snow. That area of low pressure that develops over the Rockies is going to be sitting over eastern Iowa Saturday afternoon and evening. So across our hometowns, we could see as much as 3 to 5 inches of snow. Some isolated amounts up towards 7 inches, so it's something that we're certainly going to be watching as we head towards the weekend. Tonight, just clear and cold, no danger of any snow. 13 at Sioux Center, 16 at Sioux City, 15 for Storm Lake with a west wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. A cold start tomorrow, so bundle up. Not too bad in the afternoon. Temperatures actually getting pretty close to normal for this time of year. We're going to be about 34 in Sioux City and 35 at Norfolk for your afternoon high temperatures. There's your live Doppler 7-day forecast, and everybody's concerned Saturday and Sunday. Looks like we're going to see a pretty decent chance of snow in our hometowns.
Keep an eye on it. Thanks a lot, Chad.
On Friday, Siouxland's Chief Meteorologist Chad Sandwell told you the storms were coming.
It's going to be a big mess around here on Saturday.
And on Saturday, when the first winter storm of the season rolled through our hometowns, Siouxland's Chief Meteorologist was on KMAG 14.
These are areas that were completely covered by slush, sleet, or ice.
When severe weather threatens, trust Chad Sandwell, Siouxland's Chief Meteorologist, on KMAG 14. When the weather is at its worst, we're at our Chad Sandwell starts now.
As this severe weather started earlier today, I heard you make mention of some hail that made me run for the hills. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, some of our radar products were showing as much as 4-inch in diameter hailstones across portions of western Madison County, just to the west of Norfolk, earlier this afternoon. Right now, no big hailstones like that out there, but we are starting to see some severe weather popping up. You see it right now. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Knox County in northeast Nebraska. That is until 7 o'clock this evening. These storms moving off towards the northeast pretty quickly at about 50 miles an hour. So it's this storm right here just to the southeast of O'Neill that's moving on towards the northeast. We'll be looking like that storm will push to the west of Yankton, but it's a whole cluster of storms that are starting to develop well down to the south that has us a little bit nervous here in the Weather Center this evening, as we are expecting some big-time storms. Now, all of the counties shaded in red, no surprise, tornado watch. That expires at 1 o'clock Friday morning. And until then, we do anticipate some very heavy rains and possibly some severe thunderstorms. Flash flood warning in effect for the counties in light green. Those are until 7:15. The dark green counties, flash flood watch with the heavy rains expected. That expires tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. In the meantime, let's take a look at where we sit right now. We've got mostly cloudy skies in Sioux City, 77 degrees, southeast winds are at 17 miles an hour, relative humidity at 82%. So we got just enough heating to kind of mix things up, and now what we're waiting on is that trigger. And once that trigger gets into place, all bets are off because everything's going to start firing up. It first started this morning as this warm front started pushing into the area. All of this moved through the area. We saw thunderstorms, we saw heavy rain, we saw large hail. Now, as this area of low pressure gets a little bit closer, we're going to see the warm sector really start to fire up. That's where the thunderstorms are going to come tonight. And as this area of low pressure kicks on through, that's going to cause the atmosphere to start turning in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And that's where we're going to get the severe thunderstorms and the possibility of tornadoes as we head on through the evening. So something we'll certainly be watching. This is the visible satellite imagery, and you can see everything kind of blowing up this morning, moving on towards the north. We saw a little bit of sunshine, and then more cumulus clouds developing down to the southwest. And as those cumulus clouds get going over the next couple of hours, that's going to be the triggering mechanism that fires it all up. You can see where the cold front is back to the west, temperatures in the 50s, so a good push of colder air interacting with this warm, humid air surging up. That's the combination or the clashing of air masses that's necessary for these thunderstorms to get going, and certainly all is ripe for thunderstorms to develop this evening. 77 right now at Spencer, Sioux City, and Tacoma. Storm Lake and Denison at 79. Lamar is still checking in at 81 degrees. The dew points, remember last night in the low to mid 60s. Look where they are right now. A very juicy environment out there with dew points in the low 70s. And I tell you what, it is sticky out there, no doubt about it. And we've also got a very strong south wind. So everything is coming together. Strong south winds, lots of humidity. All we need is that turning, and that's where the front comes in, turning the winds around to the west, and that's going to kick things up. Some pretty strong gusts up to 25 and even 35 miles an hour in some cases. We'll see some stronger gusts, obviously, as that cold front comes in and those thunderstorms develop this evening. 81 the high, 64 the low. Of course, a very sticky morning. Over a half-inch of rain with those storms earlier. Through tonight, a high risk of severe weather, no secret about that. We're expecting showers, thunderstorms, possibly hail, and a few isolated tornadoes, so you'll want to keep it here to your weather authority throughout the night. We'll keep you advised as the severe weather rolls through the area. Now, we're going to take a look at the next 24 hours. There's the low pressure, the warm, humid air mass coming in, the drier, cooler air from the west. It all moves right through the heart of Siouxland as we head through the evening hours tonight and on into tomorrow. But once the storms pass on through, the drier weather sets in, and Friday actually looks pretty good, where we'll be looking for partly cloudy skies. So here's how your forecast plays out for tonight. Temperatures down into the low 60s after the rains and thunderstorms come through. Southeast winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Tomorrow starting out at 64 degrees by 9 o'clock, rains ending. Partly cloudy through the afternoon with highs in the upper 70s. We will see upper 70s for everybody with a southwest wind on the breezy side, 15 to 25 miles an hour. Here's how your 7-day forecast plays out. Looking okay for Saturday, some late storms Saturday evening. Early Sunday we'll also see rains, and then temperatures up and down, upper 70s, low 80s, isolated showers through the early part of next week.
All right, we'll keep